All right, everyone. We're just going to eat some dinner tonight. Talk a little baseball. Answer some questions once everyone gets on here. Pretty good. Hello, Hobby Kid. What's up, Baseball Gaming? Hi, Sports Auto. Hi, Stocky. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Tyler. Gavin. Hey, Gavin. What's up? Hello, Fortnite Guy. Hi, Jake and Carter. Sorry. Just got a baseball. Got a little baseball hair. Hello, Jay Wise. Jalen. I'm eating a little. Laura made me a little pasta, meatballs, garlic bread. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hey, Robert. Hello, Rigo. Why so late? Because I have baseball tonight. I eat dinner every night at 10, basically. Because we have baseball till 9, and then we got to clean up and everything, and then I usually get home around 10 o'clock. Got home a little earlier tonight, but... Hi, Mason. Yeah, sorry to everyone this is making hungry. We've got a super chat. Hey, Andy Padilla, thank you so much for the super chat. Can we do a payment plan for your course? I don't have one up there right now, but now that you said that, let me check that out tomorrow and see if you can. I believe I can. I believe I can do it. So I will check for you tomorrow. Thank you very much for the super chat. Was I close with Trevor Plouffe? No, I wasn't. I played against him. Oh, Mike Costanzo. Yeah, I was buddies with Mike Costanzo in Arizona Fall League. Thanks, Gavin. That's why I like you. Let's try out this. Let's try this garlic bread right here. That's good. This is what I'm eating right now. A little pasta, some meatballs. It is crunchy. How long will I coach for? Forever. Good foods to help you grow muscles. Well, I had a lot of chicken and steak, and that used to grow my muscles pretty good. Garlic bread is the best. Hey, everyone, do you all do me a favor? While you all watch me eat this pasta, could everyone give me a thumbs up? Oh, not a thumbs up. Like the video, which I guess is kind of like a thumbs up. But let's see if we can get 100 likes right now. We might be able to. We got 100 people in here. Let's see. Do I feel like I dishonored Maddox when I got a hit off him? I don't think so. Shout out to Bronson Owens. My favorite player? Well, I like a lot of guys. I love watching Tatis. I love watching Soto hit. I love watching Mike Trout, obviously. So many good players. Do you think I would still be playing right now? What do you mean? Like if I didn't get hurt or something? Probably not. Do I think Takumi will make it to the pros? I thought Takumi was already in the pros. You mean he isn't? What's for dinner? Little. Hi, Isaiah. What's up? Little ziti, little meatballs, a little garlic bread. For someone that is academically sound, how hard to play D3? Well, it just depends how good you are. I mean, you have to be able to get into the school first, but then it's going to depend on how good you are. I never faced Jake Peavy in a simulated game, no. Thanks, Daniello. Do the Dodgers have the best bullpen in baseball? I'd have to look that up. I'm kind of a baseball nerd, but not that big of a baseball nerd to tell you right now who has the best bullpen. Sure, you can have this pasta. I don't think an axe bat was going to save my wrist. Might have saved me from breaking my hamate bone, but not my wrist. I don't think. I did not use steroids, Joseph. Nope. The Phillies do have the worst bullpen. The Phillies have one of the worst bullpens of like ever, I think. If you're from the Bahamas to get noticed by scouts, the best way is probably to make a video of yourself, a highlight video. I have some tips on how to do that on my YouTube channel. If you go to the recruiting page or the recruiting playlist. So I would do that. And then if you can get over here and play in front of people, that would be great. But this is a tough time because with COVID, like schools, a lot of schools can't even recruit right now. So I don't think I looked them up yet, no. I pitched in high school. That was it. I am Italian. My last name's Antonelli. But I don't look it. I look more like my mom, who's Irish. The Yankees need DJ back, but they also need some more starting pitching. So, thanks, Bronson. I would think they need pitching. Wow, we got 160 people in here. All right, everybody. Now we're going to get over 100. If you haven't yet, can you like this video so we can get 100 likes? My goal tonight, I might not leave tonight until we get 300 likes. We got 100. Just like... Yeah, Yankees do need a little bit more. Well, I don't know this statistic, but I do feel like the Yankees strike out a lot. You know, they got a lot of power hitters. They might need to put the ball in play a little bit more. Yeah, the Bahamas sounds good right about now, especially if you're from someplace cold like I'm from. If that fan behind me fell down, well, that wouldn't feel good. It would miss me, though. It's a little bit, it's further back. It's not right over my head. Thanks, Bronson. Thanks. Do I talk about baseball gloves? I can. I'm a big Rawlings fan. That's what I used during my career. Yeah, DJ LeMahieu is one of my favorite players ever. Partly because he's the greatest hitter ever, and partly because one of our coaches, Brian Menduke, who coaches with me every summer, all year round really, he's a Yankees fan, and he loves DJ LeMahieu. And I just like talking to him about him. Yep, spaghetti and meatballs. Well, not spaghetti. Rigatoni, meatballs, and garlic bread. Cam's got to go. I love you, Cam. I love you. I think... Let's talk about Cam Newton for 5 seconds, just quick. Coming into this, I never thought I liked Cam Newton because I always thought he was too showy and, you know, I didn't know him really. I still don't know him, but now that he's played for the Patriots and I've heard stories and watched him in press conferences and all that stuff, I love Cam Newton. I just don't think, I just don't think it's a good fit here. I do not talk to Adrian Gonzalez, no. I think Buster probably starts to get more time at first, but I'd have to look at the whole roster and everything. Matt Miller, you can definitely get exposure without travel baseball. There's so many more ways to get exposure. And I own a travel baseball program, and I'll tell you, travel baseball is great for exposure, but it's not the only way. Don't feel like you have to play travel baseball to get exposure. You can just go to a college camp, although there aren't any anymore really right now because of COVID, but you can just go to college camp, you can go to a showcase, there's all kinds of things you can do. Gatorade over Powerade. Any tips on getting practice when because your parents are working? Well, I don't know. It depends on, I guess, a lot of stuff, but the best training partner is like a wall or a tee. Get one of those. Guys, I don't know about this. This meatball right here, I told Laura this. You cut inside this meatball, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit like, I don't know if it's cooked enough. Can you see that? How it's like really pink in there? Like really pink. Let's see how it tastes. Pretty good. I think I'll eat it. What quarterbacks did the Patriots get? I was talking to Juan Rivera about that tonight. I mean, I personally would rather get a veteran quarterback that can still play a little bit. Who's that going to be? I don't know. Can we trade for Matthew Stafford? Can we get Matt Ryan? How can you hit for power? Well, good ways. You got to be able to use your body properly to create more bat speed. That's part of it. You might have to fix your bat path, depending on how you're swinging. To hit for power, you got to be able to swing it fast. You got to be able to swing on the right. You have to have a proper bat path so you get the ball in the air a little bit. And you've got to be able to be quick so you can consistently square the ball up and not just swing and miss all the time. Daniel, thank you so much for the super chat. What did you end up doing with the Jaguar? I sold it. So I sold the Jaguar and bought an Acura. And then I sold the Acura and bought a Tahoe. That's what I drive now. How does a golf swing hurt a baseball swing? I don't think it necessarily has to hurt it. Some people are fine, but it's just a different type of swing, so it could hurt it. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Well, I hope the Bucks win the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with I'm still scared as hell of the Chiefs. Hell, the Buffalo Bills have looked awesome. I don't want to play them either. I mean, I'm not playing anybody, but... My pregame ritual was basically to eat some cereal like Fruit Loops or Cocoa Puffs, whatever the best cereal in the clubhouse was. European-born players? There's not a whole lot of European-born players. I can't even think of one. Gatorade. Frosted Flakes? Yeah. 6 to 7 hours a day. Is that too much? I don't know. I mean, I used to train 6 to 7 hours a day is a lot of training. But, 14U, I mean, that's pretty early unless you're really good. 14U, that puts you in the 8th grade, doesn't it? So, I mean, if you're a stud and you're one of the best players in the country, you could. But other than that, it's probably a waste of time. Breaking your glove? To break in your glove, I do a few ways. Fruity Pebbles, yummy. break it in glove. You can either find a pitching machine, like we have a pitching machine, and you can just sit down and just catch a ton of balls. You can also get some type of mallet or maybe the end of your bat and just kind of put your glove on and just keep hitting the glove and closing it. I did that a lot. Those are probably the two best ways to do it. Tell you what, guys, I'm just not feeling these meatballs. I don't know if it's because they look a little raw inside. No. I'm done with them. The biggest thing to sacrifice. I made a video on this. I don't know if this is sacrifice or with anything. When you do something, you're going to have to give up a little bit of something. Now, whether you want to call it sacrifice or whatever. I mean, I think the biggest thing, you're going to give up a lot of time. I don't even know if that's considered sacrificing time, but you're going to give up a lot of time because you have to train a lot. You're going to probably be away from family and friends a lot because you're going to have to go play and be on the road and all that stuff. So those are the biggest things. MLB meals are good. I made a video on that on YouTube. You'll learn more from there than from me telling you right now. The Pats should, I know we drafted 2 tight ends this past year. We drafted a wide receiver the year before that high. So I don't know. Maybe we should try to go out and sign a good veteran. Mike Trout. Thanks, Frost. Appreciate you. Do I feel bad for the Tigers? No, not really. Oh, these questions are going fast, everybody. I can't keep up with them. I haven't squatted, benched, or deadlifted in forever, so I don't even know. Why am I not eating with my family? Because my kids are asleep and my wife ate like 3.5 hours ago. It's almost 10 o'clock on the East Coast. I have not gained weight in the last 6 months. No, I've lost weight. Maybe some Red Dead Redemption soon. I don't have a dog. I have 1 career homer in the major leagues. I don't know how many in the minor leagues. Maybe like 40 or 50. That's a total guess. Which stocks are in your portfolio right now? My biggest stock is Apple. My second biggest stock is Tesla. I've owned Apple for 10 years probably. I've owned Tesla for almost 2 years probably. After that, it's a good question. What's my biggest after that? After that, just a bunch of pretty large cap companies that everyone's probably heard of. I've owned Microsoft for 10 years and I own a bunch. Coca-Cola I've owned for like 10 years. Pfizer, IBM, Norfolk. Hey, Evan, thank you much for the super chat. Hold on 1 second. Where'd that super chat go? Evan, thank you again. Have you had overbearing, unreasonable parents of Antonelli baseball? If yes, then how have you handled them? Well, there might be a few on here right now. I'm just kidding. We haven't had, I've been pretty lucky. We haven't had any parents that have been too bad. To be completely honest, if parents, I've had a couple parents over the years that have been what I would consider pains, and if they become too painful, then we just tell them that it's not a good fit to be with our program, because I have to try to coach all the kids. I don't have time to deal with the same parent every single day. So that's the way I look at it. But overall, very, very good. 99% awesome parents. Do I play video games? This must be your first time on our channel. Yeah, I play lots of them. No, I'm just kidding. I play MLB The Show mostly. You asked me if the Pats should draft a tight end or a wide receiver. I answered that already. I said I'm not sure we should draft either of them because we just did the last 2 years. What is our program? It's called Antonelli Baseball, and you are on the YouTube channel. Bo Jackson was so good. I mean, he should have played both, I guess. My day's been great. How's yours been, Ethan? I'm drinking water from filtered water. You're 14, you throw, and you're 6'3", how hard should you throw? I don't know, you're only 14. You should throw 78. You're from Winchester, Mass. Have I played the Sachems? What Sachems? The Saga Sachems? Mark Sanders, thank you so much for Super Chat. What brand? Excuse me. What bat brand was your favorite to swing during your career? I've used the Louisville Slugger pretty much my whole career. Now, I used Max Bat for, I think, a year. I used the Nakona Bat for a year. But it was mostly C271 Louisville Sluggers. Justin Verlander threw 80 at 14. I mean, we have a 14-year-old in our organization that I saw throw 81 at tryouts. And he had literally, like, turned 14 a month before that, maybe. And his first pitch was 81. I was like, you made the team. Congratulations. But, Coach, I threw one pitch. You made the team. Yeah, Buck Showalter was a good guy. I liked him. Miguel Sano. I like Miguel Sano. I haven't watched him play a ton, but... How hard should your pull down be if you throw 81? Oh, I don't know, maybe 85, 86 maybe. What's the best pitch to learn? A fastball, first strike. That comes in fast. That comes in hard. Should the Pats change kickers? I mean, Nick Folk was awesome this year. Matt, I'm a big fan. How do you deal with elbow and shoulder pain? Well, if you have elbow and shoulder pain, I would recommend getting it checked out because you shouldn't have like bad pain when you throw. Now, my arm, when I threw, like I always, get a little sore afterwards, but it never like hurt every time I threw it. I have 42 career minor league home runs. Awesome. Thank you, Bailey. Miracle League Baseball, I have heard of that, and I think I've maybe seen some videos on YouTube, maybe. What do you want to do if you, what do you do if you want to go to a D1 college but go to a below average high school? High school has nothing to do with college baseball, in my opinion. Most colleges recruit outside of high school baseball anyway, so it don't matter. So you're lucky. Good luck. Good news for you. I had a contract with both Nike and Under Armour. Nike first, then Under Armour. I love Nike stuff, except for their gloves, and I liked Under Armour too, but I probably would go with Nike at that time. I don't know about now. I played a long time ago. What would bat? It all depends on how big you are. Like, I wouldn't get caught up on the brand names and all that. I would just find a bat that works for you, that, feels comfortable, and one you can handle. Yeah, if you're hitting 80 at 14, it's definitely above average, without a doubt. Well, let's hope we have a minor league season next year. I hope so. 85 when you're 18? Yeah, that's good. All right, everyone, I'm like way behind why did I scroll back so far, guys? Sorry, I was like way behind on the messages there. Mexican college baseball, wood bats, that's pretty cool. Can you make a living off minor league contracts? Not for your first, 5 years or whatever. You're going to have to start signing some minor league free agent deals. Once you do that, you can get paid decent, especially if you have some major league time. But I would not recommend anyone try to make a living off of being a minor league baseball player. 15, throwing 82? Yeah, that's good. All right, everybody, we got to do it again. Can everybody give this video a like and get us over 200? The goal tonight is get over 300. We got to get over 200 before we get over 300, though. Justin Herbert? Yeah, he's good. There we go, 181. We're going, 202. That was easy. Wow. We might get through. Oh my God, 214. We might get 300 tonight. We might get 400. Oh, because his range is only 45 to 50. That's fine. As long as you put it through the uprights, I don't care. You don't have to kick it, 55 yards. Hey, Tyler Clayton, thanks for the super chat. Noob here. Was there no minor league season last year? What did those guys do? Did they get paid? There was no minor league season this past year, but they ended up having, I don't remember all the numbers, but they had a certain amount of guys that basically just were like the emergency squad in case guys got hurt in the big leagues or whatever. But everyone else didn't play. They didn't do anything in the summer. So, and did they get paid? They got paid, I think, at the beginning. And then, there were some players, big league players, that were paying some minor leaguers. God, it was so long ago, I don't remember. But I don't think they got paid very much at all if they did. See you, Colt. 12 throwing 61? Sure. If you're 16, which means you're a sophomore probably, and you want to play D1, you're probably at 16 going to have to be throwing in the 80s somewhere, I would say. The number for D1 is usually over 85. But if you're throwing, if you're throwing 82, 83 as a sophomore, then as a junior, you could be throwing 85, 87 or so, and now you have a good chance. It's not just that, though. It's not just about throwing a certain speed. Can I stream early? I can't. I have baseball every night, Colt. I don't get home until almost 10. RC from the NYC. What's up, RC? Good to see you. Hey, Matt. Hey, Laura. What's up, chat? Thanks for the super chat, by the way, RC. You're the best. Have you ever had students repeatedly snap back at you or other staff over lessons or bad gameplay? I've never had anyone snap back at me in lessons, really, ever. I've had some players that you can tell that they're not really, picking up what I'm putting down. Like they're not really, they might just not be into it, or maybe I'm saying something they don't like. But no one's ever snapped back at me. Now, players at practice, well, you'll see. I have a video of it coming up soon. I'm gonna probably put it up, I don't know, this week some point. I was mic'd up at practice on Sunday, and we had a player that was doing something in the field, and I went over to him and I said, hey, when you're bringing the ball, I was showing him where he was bringing the ball here, and I said, you got to bring the ball to the middle of your body. I said, you're bringing it way down between your legs. He said, no, I'm not. I said, yes, you are. He said, no, I didn't bring it between my legs. And then I was like, okay, you're 12. I'm watching you. You brought it between your legs. Bring the ball here. And then I had to give a talk to everyone afterwards. But you get that sometimes with young kids. You get it a lot, actually. I'll tell them they're doing something. They say, no, I'm not. I'm like, yes, you are. Well, you'll see the talk. I kind of got upset a little bit. But, all right. Best pitcher I ever faced? Well, Greg Maddux is probably the most well-known pitcher that I ever faced. But my hardest time to hit was either against Ubaldo Jimenez or Daniel Bard's been wicked hard for me to hit. Wicked hard. He's been wicked hard for me to hit. Tim Lincecum was pretty damn good too. Oh, Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer was nasty. We got some super chats, guys. Let's see what we got here. Mark Sanders, thank you again for the super chat. Would you ever do a video possibly naming players that you played with that use PEDs, or does that cross the line for you? So I have done videos on PEDs, but actually, of all the players I played with, I only know of 2 that did them. And I made a video about this, but I wouldn't say their name. But I did talk about, the 2 that did them. I believe was one suspended and one wasn't. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up, but I'm sure there was more that did. I just don't know. David Holgan, thank you so much for the super chat. No question. Well, at least there's no question on here, but thank you very much. I really appreciate that. All right, let's get back to the live chat. Is Chase Headley your teammate? Good. Chase Headley was my teammate, and he was good. Yeah. Will I marry you? I know you're married. You're gonna have to ask my wife. I'll ask her for you in a minute. What was for dinner? I had some pasta, rigatoni. With young players, can you identify if they're going to be major league players? Or my answer to that would be no. In the history of our program, which isn't been around very long, we've had 2 professional players that are playing professionally right now that were both drafted. We have no major league players yet. But even the oldest player, like literally the oldest player that's ever played in our program at this point is only like 23, maybe 24. No, not even that old. We had a 15-year-old team. Was it a 15-year-old team the first year? Yeah, so our players are still like really young. We haven't been around long enough, so. But it's hard to tell. You get some players really young that are unbelievable and they stop developing. You get some players really young, they're just okay, and then all of a sudden they like hit a point where they get awesome. So it's tough. Hold on, everyone. We got a super chat. Justin, thank you so much for the super chat, Justin. Justin Coin, is that how you say it? What's a typical day for you, responsibilities-wise? Oh, Laura might yell at me at this because she might be like, "You don't do that." But every day is basically the same for me. You want to know my day real quick? I'll tell you my day real quick. I wake up at 7. Somewhere around 7:30. Get up, come downstairs, start doing emails. Try to get ahead on emails real quick. Then my kids wake up, get my son ready for school. Right now he has just all remote learning. Get him ready for school. Then my daughter gets up. Oh, I gotta make him breakfast and stuff. See, so I'm the morning person and Laura's the evening person. So I like to get up early. She likes to sleep. So I do like the kids' breakfast. Get them ready for school, all that stuff. And then, so I do that. And then I go to work at like 2-ish. And then she does the nights. Like I go to baseball, I got my lessons, I got practices, all that stuff. And at practice, I run the practice. I do my lessons, I run the practices. And that's pretty much every day. That's how every day goes. And during the day, I'll also try to do some YouTube videos and all that. You got to answer. Emails is big. I got lots of emails. My first home run in the major leagues felt awesome. I wish I hit it further. I barely hit it out, but it was exciting. But I never really was like, oh my God, I just hit a home run in the major leagues. Kind of hit it, and I was just pumped that I hit a home run. Manny Ramirez. Oh, hold on. What was that question? Manny Ramirez or Garcia Parra? 2 of my favorite players. I'll go Manny by a little bit. Okay, super chat, everyone. Hold on one second. We have some super chats. Daniello La Lima. Did I say that right? I hope so. If I mailed you a Matt Antonelli baseball card, would you sign it and mail it back to me? Do you have a P.O. box? Yeah, I get that every day. You guys want to see something real quick? Hold on one second. This right here. Hold on. This right here is some of my mail that I have to, and this one. This is all these are all baseball cards asking for autographs. So I get more requests now for autographs than I did when I played. Now, where to send them? I don't have a P.O. box, but the place where most people send them is just to the facility that we do our baseball stuff at. It's called the New England Premier Sportsplex. It's in Danvers, Massachusetts. If you just type it into Google, you can get their address on there. But thank you so much for Super Chat. Jackson White. Hey, Jackson. Jackson, who you play for there? Is that a Perfect Game shirt you got on? Looks like you're at a Perfect Game tournament or something. I'm 15. Is creatine safe for me to use? I am not. I have no idea. Do not listen to me. I would go to someone a lot smarter. Now, I mean, me personally, I use creatine in college, not in high school. And hell, I don't know if it's, I mean, Nothing bad's happened to me yet. We'll see, knock on wood. But I'm not the person to ask if it's safe or not. Hey, what's up, AJ? You a Bills fan? Good luck in the playoffs. Bills Mafia. What's a good bat for a 5'5", 13-year-old who has gap-to-gap power? Well, I always go with a smaller barrel, a little bit thinner handle. I like the flared knob. I like a cup bat. I went 34-31. I like the drop 3. I just liked it lighter. Now for you, I don't know what size bat you should use. You're 13. If you can handle a 31-ish, 32. I don't know, 31 maybe. It depends. I'd have to see you hit a little bit too. No problem. Yeah, Zach said he got my MLB autograph. I don't remember interacting with him, but I'm sure I did. No problem, Thai guy. That's awesome. Oh my God, these questions are going so fast I can't keep up with them. Manny Big League me? I have a video on Manny Big Leaguing me. I've never played in Australia. All that happened with Manny Big Leaguing me is that we were playing the Dodgers, and he hit a ball, or he was running the second. I can't remember actually if he hit it or if he was just on first and running second. But his helmet fell off on his way to second, and then I was playing second base, so when it fell off, I picked up his helmet, and he was standing on the bag, but he was talking to our shortstop. And I was like, I held the helmet out to him. I was like, hey, Manny. And he didn't turn around. I was like, hey, Manny. Manny, I have your helmet. And he didn't even turn around to me. He just reached his arm like this, grabbed his helmet, put it on, and just kept talking. And I was like, okay. I'm going to go back to second base now. Manny was my favorite player of all time, so I was hoping that he said hi to me, but he didn't. How do you get noticed by MLB scouts? So I didn't do any. I just played college baseball and played in the Cape Cod League, and I got noticed. That's all I did. I didn't, you don't contact them and tell them to come watch you or anything like that. I wore sliding shorts in games, so no underwear, just like compression shorts. What should the Patriots do to rebuild? Juan and I had this talk tonight. I like the secondary. I'd like to get a little faster on at linebacker. We need to be able to rush the quarterback. We can't rush the quarterback to save our lives. Defensive line stinks. Can't stop the run. There's so much crap that we got to do. We need a pass rusher. I'd like somebody else in the middle with Lawrence Guy. A faster linebacker. Secondary's fine. Offensive line's good. Need a playmaker, wide receiver. Would like a tight end that can do something. We had 1 touchdown from the tight end position. So I guess that's a lot to ask for. Top JUCOs? I'm not big with JUCOs. I don't know a lot about JUCOs, Cooper. I played for Falmouth in the Cape Cod League. All right, everybody. Give me advice people don't believe in you. Well, I guess you got to make them believe. That's my best advice to you. A perfect game is like a scouting service, essentially, but they have like tournaments and all that. Type in perfectgame.org, I think is the website. You'll be able to check it out. I was a Heart of the Hide guy. Draft Mac Jones in the first, really? You think so? Do I think Tatis will spend his whole career in San Diego? Well, I think it's very rare for players to spend their whole career in one place, but that'd be cool if he did. Have you played with a high school teammate that went D1 or drafted? Yeah, a lot of our high school was D1. Not a lot, but we had a decent amount of D1 guys. We had some high school guys drafted. I should work with MLB The Show developers. You're right. True Blue, you can send it to me, but I literally get like 100 kids a day sending me their swings on Instagram, so I have no time to go through all of them, but I can try. I like Domingo Ayala. "13, to be a better power hitter." I have a video on YouTube, how to hit for more power. You should watch it. But power is all about bat speed, because the ball's not going to go fast if you can't swing fast. It's about bat path, because you got to be able to square the ball up and you got to be able to get the ball in the air. And it's about bat quickness. If you can't get to the ball, it don't matter. So, and it's not how far you hit them, it's how often you hit them far, I usually say. So, how to grow a YouTube channel? Yeah, I don't know. The best way to grow a YouTube channel for me is just put up videos that hopefully people want to watch. I like batting gloves because my hands are very. You can still see I still have calluses and stuff, and I don't even play anymore. But I like batting gloves. Do I believe in PBR? What do you mean? Do I believe in it? So I think PBR is. I mean, they give you a profile. They put some metrics up there. So I think that's helpful. Laura will never make an appearance. I've been trying to get her to make an appearance for like 8 years. Among Us. I haven't played Among Us, but everyone's telling me I should play. Should I play? All right, everyone, can you do me a favor? Have I met a Hall of Famer? I mean, I've played against a bunch of Hall of Famers, so I guess I've met them. Can everyone give this video a like? We're going to get the 300 right now. Been trying to get the 300 all night. Now we're going to have to go to 400 after this. But can we get 291. We need 9 more. Can we get 9 more? Oh, 303. We did it, guys. Amazing. Now we're on our way to 400. Road to 400. The hardest pitcher I faced, Max Scherzer, Ubaldo Jimenez, Tim Lincecum. Does it hurt to get hit by a pitch? I made a video on that too. Depends where you get hurt. Don't want to get hit here. Ooh, that hurts. What was your favorite off-speed pitch type to hit? If I had to pick one pitch, it'd be a curveball. Curveball was the easiest for me to hit. I just felt like you see the ball kind of come up and like hump out of the hand a little bit. Sliders are hard, tight sliders are hard. Splitters are like impossible. To another ASMR. The Blue Jays signed Springer? Did they really? Anything happen? I haven't put on baseball today because I've been at baseball all night. Do another ASMR. If they sign Springer, I'm going to have to make a video tomorrow. Can anyone confirm that they signed Springer? And all this time I thought she was a raging alcoholic. I have faced Kershaw, yes. I'm 0 for 2 against Kershaw in my career. How long am I going to stream for? Until my back starts hurting, which it is starting to hurt. I'm trying to stretch it out, but 406 likes, I like it. I think we're going to get 400 likes today, maybe 500. I told everyone I'd stay here till I got 300, but we got 300 pretty easily. They offered him a 5-year contract, but he didn't accept, or he hasn't accepted yet. Yeah, I dressed a little bit like Cam Newton, yeah. I actually was, I would say my wardrobe as a player was not very good. I don't know where Bauer will sign. It seems like, I feel like he's doing a good job of making it seem like everyone's interested. Maybe everyone is interested. I mean, he's a really good pitcher, but I have a hit off Trevor Bauer, but it was in an inter squad. We were playing when I was with the Indians. We were playing each other. He threw like 17 pitches. I kept fouling balls off, and I was like, this guy, every time he threw me a different pitch, I was like, this freaking guy's got like 100 pitches. And then I finally hit a single back up the middle. I'd like to go against Pedro Martinez. That's who. When I was in the bigs, were the veterans jerks or were they pretty nice? Most of them were really nice. Like Trevor Hoffman's like the nicest guy ever. Brian Giles was very nice. Adrian Gonzalez was very nice. Although he wasn't a veteran at that point, he's still pretty young. I had some veterans that I never ever talked to, like Greg Maddux when he was with the Padres before he went to the Dodgers. Never talked to him. Oh, Chris Young was very nice. Matt Stairs was a veteran for us. I never really talked to him. I just got mad at Matt Stairs because he called me out in front of the team and made me eat Vegemite because that was our punishment if we did something wrong. It was kind of just for fun or whatever, but my height and weight in the major leagues, I was 6'1", well, I still am 6'1", and I weighed all different weights, but I usually started the season around 215 pounds, but I would lose a lot of weight during the season a lot. I don't think there's a whole lot of Italians in the MLB now. You're 14, you haven't played baseball, can you keep playing? Yeah, go for it. I mean, can you start playing? Go for it. You're never too old or young. What am I talking about? Yeah, you're never too young to play. There it is. Yeah, see, you know my story, Junior MLB. I didn't tell the runner to slide because it was kind of a crazy play. Then Matt Stairs called me out in front of the team in the clubhouse, and I had to eat Vegemite. When will the Orioles win a World Series? Probably not for a while. But you never know. Yeah, I know. Are the Padres signing me back? What the hell? You don't have to hit home runs. I don't think anyone has to hit home runs when they're young. And you need to be able to hit some homers to play in the big leagues, but if I could hit against Sandy Koufax, Satchel Paige, or Bob Gibson, who would it be? Probably Koufax. I'm afraid Gibson would hit me because sometimes it's scary watching some videos with him throwing high and in fastballs. Hello, Drew Mello. Do you think I'm good at baseball? Drew, I think you're the best baseball player in the world. And I can't believe your dad's going to be mad when he sees that you just paid $2 for it to me to say that. All right, but we'll just say that $2 was for all the great hitting tips I gave you tonight. It's probably worth like $200, but it's okay. $2 is fine. Dodgers beating the Padres. I would say the Dodgers are. I say the Dodgers are a little bit better than the Padres, but I think it's getting pretty close. I got to go with the Dodgers because they won the whole thing last year. Thanks, Cooper. Thoughts on the Nationals, huh? Well, they got Soto, who's like the greatest hitter I've ever seen. But they probably need a little bit more. Was Nyjer Morgan a hothead? So I played with Nyjer Morgan only in spring training when I was with the Nationals. And I didn't get to know him well enough. All I do know is we got in a bench clearing brawl because he stepped on Albert Pujols' like heel running the first, and then they threw at us, and then we threw at them, and then they threw at us, and then the bench was cleared. I've told this story. If you want to see the whole story, just type in like Matt Antonelli bench clearing brawl or something on YouTube, and the video in the story should come up. Luke Midget, thank you so much for the super chat. Luke, what do you think the best drop 3 bat is? Oh, I get this question a lot. Now here's the problem. I don't swing the bat, so I don't know. I know like our players all talk about like the meta or the Cat 9 or something or other. I don't know which one's the best bat. I've grabbed onto that meta and it feels good, but I've never hit a ball with it. Who is the meanest player to me in my professional career? The meanest player? Nobody was mean. I never got yelled at by a player or anything like that. Been yelled at by a couple of managers and coaches, but I've never been yelled at by a player. So, is Harper a jerk? Nah, I wasn't around him enough. I was with him a little bit in spring training. He had just been drafted. He was really young. So, Are rankings for 14U important? I would say rankings at 14U mean about as much as like, I don't know, that toilet paper sitting over there. There's no toilet paper over there, but if there was toilet paper, I would say. I mean, I don't know, what does it matter like? The only thing that rankings mean, I mean, if you're ranked really high as a 14U team, you're probably a really good team. If you're talking about individual rankings, like, yeah, you're probably a really good player. You know, does it completely matter? I don't know. I would say the fact that you're ranked. Oh, who's ranking it? Is it like Matt Antonelli's MattAntonelliBaseball.rankings.com? Because if that's the case, we'll rank Drew Mello number 1 since he gave me a $2 super chat. I guess we'll put Dylan Pratt number 2. So I mean, I don't know, but I do know if you're in perfect game and you're ranked as a 14-year-old, you're probably a good player. They usually don't just rank anybody. Do I believe in yelling a lot as a coach, being a disciplinarian or more of a teacher? Well, I try to be a teacher. I don't try to yell. I don't think I yell very much at all. A lot of times when I get mad, in my mind, I'm yelling, but sometimes people are like, oh, I had no idea you were mad, and I can be like furious. There was one time that I got so mad, probably the most mad I've ever been in my life. This guy was trying to kick me off the turf field at the facility we work out in. This guy's trying to. Let me tell you a quick story, okay? I'm giving a lesson to a kid like 4 years ago. I'm on the turf field and hitting ground balls, and all of a sudden, these lacrosse kids start walking on the turf field as I'm giving a lesson. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I walk over, I'm like, hey guys, I'm like, yeah, I'm just finishing up here with a lesson. You mind just jumping off for a minute? And they're like, yeah, sure thing. Lesson ended at like, I don't know, 6 o'clock. It was like 5:55. So all of a sudden I start hitting a few more balls. And this guy who was, I guess, the lacrosse coach, I don't know, he yells, all right, fellas, here we go. And like all of a sudden, like 15 lacrosse kids come running on the field as I'm hitting ground balls. I look at my watch, it's like 5:56 now. I had the turf till 6 o'clock. I'd never been so mad in my life. I ran over there and yelled at this guy. I never yell at anybody. I yelled at this guy to get the hell off my field. It's not even my field. Get the hell off my field. I rented the field and I have a lesson until 6 o'clock. And the guy was like, not according to my watch. I said, I don't care what the hell your watch says. My watch says 5:56 and the clock behind you says 5:56. So get off the field. I was irate. And it probably sounded like this. Excuse me, sir, can you please move off the field? But I was pissed. No, it didn't really sound like that. I was mad. That was the one time I was really mad. EJ Slem, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for helping me take my mind off the world and just talk some baseball. Thanks, EJ. I appreciate that. Always fun to talk some baseball. Excuse me. I got like my favorite memory with Blake DeWitt. Well, I don't know. I don't have any great, like, crazy memories with him. He's a good player. I played against him a lot. He was on the Dodgers when I played against him when I made my debut. Did he steal my stapler? I have no idea how fast I threw at 13. I don't even know if radar guns were alive or around then. 2021 Super Bowl champs. I want the Bucks to win. Are they going to win? Probably not, but I want the Bucks to win. Hey, thanks for subbing to the channel, Dan. Domingo Ayala is getting drafted. That's pretty good. He's a good player. I have not been there, no. NAIA school? Well, there's so many different levels of NAIA, so it's hard to tell. There's some really good ones. There's some that are just okay, so. Who do I still talk to? Some guys that are playing pro ball? There's not many left. Like Whey LeBlanc might be the only one that's still left that I played with, but last time, Wade texted me probably a few days ago, I think. Chris Cannon, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for all you do and answering my email about my son's swing. No problem, Chris. Chris's son is. I saw Chris's son on like what that. What's that? I'm having a mental block here, but anyway, he's got a really nice left-handed swing. Good luck to him. I think he's going to be pretty good. I think he already is pretty good. Wade LeBlanc and Wade Miley. Well, they're two lefties, right? Would you ever coach in the MLB? I don't know. Maybe one day. We'll see. My biggest MLB hot take. Biggest MLB hot take. That the Padres are trying to figure out who's the next person. What's the next signing that's going to take them over the top? They're going to sign me, bring me out of retirement. They're going to call me up. I'm going to go for four strikeouts, but I'm going to at least say I signed with them. Then they'll release me, and then I'm going to be back on hand. Answer questions. I missed a super chat, everybody. Where? Oh, Jackson White, you snuck in between EJ and Chris. What's your biggest coaching rage moment? Oh, man. My biggest coaching rage moment. Well, oh, man, this is a tough one. My biggest coaching rage moment? Well, my first year coaching ever in Antonelli baseball, I took, we lost the game. We got 10-run ruled, and we played so bad. And hell, we had a guy on that team that is in pro ball right now, got drafted. We had a really good team. But I lost my train of thought there. Sorry. Our guys looked like they could just give two you know whats. And I got so mad. I literally I went into football coach mad. I made us run suicides up and down the field. That was back when I thought that was really good punishment. I made them run for a long time, and we had a doubleheader, and I was trying to get guys to puke. I was so mad. I was a little embarrassed. First year with the program, I thought our guys were I just didn't like the way they played. Just approached the game. I thought they just basically gave up, and it was ugly. But that wasn't the most mad I've ever been. The most mad I've ever been, if you give me, I'd have to think about this for a minute. Oh, I know what the most mad I've ever been is at a player, but I don't know if I can say that. But too bad Coach Menduke wasn't on here. He could tell you the story. But I dropped a lot of words that were not very nice that day. We were playing in Georgia, and something happened. I don't want to say it because I don't want the player to. He knows I'm mad at him. I told him I was mad at him, but no wrestling IQ. Can I send you a? What's that mean? I should probably know that. I'm never good with those abbreviated, what do you call those? I'm sorry, no wrestling. I don't know what the hell you want to send me. Edward Hendricks, thank you so much for the super chat. Craziest, funniest pregame rituals you've ever seen? I haven't seen any real crazy ones. I've always said we had a player on our team that when he was in a slump, he would hit jockstrap BP, just put nothing on but jockstrap and cleats and go out and hit on the field. That wasn't so much a pregame ritual. That's more like when he was in a slump. But I didn't see really any crazy pregame rituals, though, that I remember. Oh, letter through the mail. There we go. Through the mail. I knew that was what TTM was. If you want to send me something, send it to where we work out, where we do our baseball. It's called the New England Premier Sportsplex in Danvers, Massachusetts. Type that into Google. Or you can just go to AntonelliBaseball.com, go to work with us, and it'll tell you where we do our work at. Hey, Gavin. Glad to have you back. Jeff McNeil or Gleyber Torres? I love Jeff McNeil. Guy swings at everything and just puts the bat on the ball no matter where it is. Gleyber Torres had that crazy year 2 years ago, then not a great year last year, although he did a lot of his damage against the Orioles 2 years ago. But I like Gleyber Torres. I think he can bounce back. I think he's a really good player. I have no idea who I would take right now. I like Jeff McNeil, though, a lot. Who did I look up to in the MLB? I think I looked up to everybody. I just thought, we had a lot of veteran guys who were pretty good. Trevor Hoffman was a great guy. Adrian Gonzalez was really good. Kevin Kuzman up at third was really good. Brian Giles was solid in right field. Jake Peavy was awesome on the mound, super competitor. So I guess I looked up to all those guys. Joseph, there are MLB players that are older than me. Not many. There are a few, but they're really good. And I've been on my social for the last 8 years. So 8 years? Almost 8 years I've been out of baseball. It's depressing. Is there any advice for a better work ethic in baseball? That's hard to say. I mean, I feel like you either want to do it or you don't want to. And if you don't want to, it's okay. So I don't know. I don't know like how to improve someone's work ethic. Like I feel like I have a pretty good work ethic, but that's because I want to do it. If it's something I don't want to do, it's hard for everyone to do stuff they don't want to do. Although I think like a good quality, one thing that I think probably helped me is that, is it like having self-discipline? What do they say? It's doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you want to do it or not. So I think there's something to that. If something's good for you, it might not be the funnest thing to do, but can you still make yourself do it? I think that is kind of important. Hold on, I have a super chat, everyone. Super chat from Chris Cannon. Thank you again for a super chat, Chris. What's the secret to getting Vanderbilt or Ole Miss, great colleges, coaches' attention to get looked at? We sent an email but haven't heard back. So we had a player play at Vanderbilt. We've had a couple players that have been, looked at by Vanderbilt that didn't end up going to play there. I would say in all those players, first thing is they were all pitchers. So I guess that made it easy. So Jackson Gillis, probably the best player that's ever played in that program, got drafted by the Brewers last year. Played for us when he was 15, maybe. And he got recruited to Vanderbilt, played at Vanderbilt, he won 2 College World Series maybe. So he had a great career there. His was easy. He was a lefty that was 6'2", 225, is like a 16-year-old that was throwing 91 down a perfect game. And he was just a pretty easy recruit. And so I know your son's a hitter. It makes it a little bit tougher. You can start with an email. You're going to have to... I mean, the hard part about Vanderbilt is they can choose literally whoever they want. I mean, they can go after the top 10 players in the country and get they can get a couple of them. So it's really hard. If you have the ability to do it, if you have the ability, sometimes as a hitter, it's a little bit hard to show everything that you can do. You got to figure out a way to get in front of them. Like if you have that amount of talent. I know I've seen your son swing. It's hard to tell, it looks like he has a really nice swing, but it's hard to tell if they're good enough to play at that level, when you're talking about top 10 teams in the country, just through video. So you got to find a way to get in front of them. And where are you guys? Are you Hawaii? I think that's where you said you were from. Maybe I'm wrong with that. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but I would try to figure out a way to get in front of them, whether it's at a tournament that they're going to watch or whether it's even going to their college camp. EJ Slump, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat again. Are you a fan of Liam Hendricks? I hope the White Sox sign him, and I think the Aussies picked a good one to be their only MLB player. Yeah, I think he's awesome. I think he throws hard as hell, and I think he's a really good player. I don't know him at all, but I think he's good. Am I tired of wearing a mask? I've kind of come to almost accept the mask is part of my life now. Yeah, I mean, it is part of my life. So I got to wear it. So no use complaining about it, I guess. Celtics going crazy. I got the game recorded. Don't tell me. How do you stop from overthinking when you're at the plate? Think about something very simple, like one thing, and have it be something like, something like quick hands, or just like a real easy, simple swing thought inside the ball. Those always worked. I would literally, when I got up, I would think like drive a ball right off the pitcher's, like literally off his cap. Like that's what I was thinking. I'm just sitting there thinking like drive this ball right off of his face, basically. And that kind of got me thinking, like, for me, it made me feel like I wanted to be short to the ball, but I would think about that. And then if you have too much going on in your head, step out, call timeout, take a deep breath. We talk about like finding a focal point, find something on your bat, maybe the label of your bat. Take a deep breath in, let the breath out slow, then get into the box, then go into your final thought, like I said, quick hands or whatever it is. How do you go to perfect game showcases? A lot of them are invite only, but sometimes invite only just means basically everyone can come. So I'm not sure. They're all different. It's hard to say. I have a super chat, everyone. Hold on one sec. Detone. Thank you much for the super chat, but there is no question here. I don't know if there was one, it just didn't come through, or what. Running polls for baseball players, yeah, I kind of feel like that's kind of like out of vogue now. Or is that a saying? I know en vogue is like in, but. So it seems like sprints are more in now. Yeah, it has been a slow free agency. I know. I need things to kind of like start picking up, get me excited for baseball. I think it should be the Cleveland just Antonellis. You can just do the Cleveland Antonellis. Or the Cleveland Antos for sure. Short. Is Bobby Witt Jr. good? Well, he better be good. He went super high in the draft. So yeah, I think he's good. I saw Bobby Witt Jr. play live down a perfect game tournament. He actually didn't do anything spectacular in the game, but you could see that he had like a super unique skill set. He's like a 6'5" runner, I think, and he's big and he's tall and long and looks like a baseball player. He's got a really good arm and great bat speed. And we have a blast motion sensor. I like it. I think it's good. How often do catchers mess with batters vocally? I've never had a catcher mess with me other than in Little League. I always tell a story about Tyler Pyburn in Little League. He used to always, or in Little League and Babe Ruth, he used to try to talk to me and make me laugh when I was hitting. I used to hate it. But I was so quiet and shy and too nice that I would never say anything. But as like an old curmudgeon person now, if I ever got into the box and the catcher was trying to make me laugh, I would tell him something very mean to make him stop. Hardest thrower you ever faced? Probably Daniel Bard threw the hardest. I faced Daniel Bard a bunch in professional baseball, but also in college. One at bat in college after I faced him, our pitchers had the gun up in the stands, and they came running down the dugout, and they were like, Daniel Bard just threw 103. He just threw 103. They got it on the gun, and I wouldn't be surprised because it was so fast. I could never hit Daniel Bard. I mean, I faced Jonathan Broxton in the major leagues, and he was throwing 100. I was actually 1-for-1 against him. I believe I only had one at bat. I had a double down the line. Throwing 101, I just said, okay. The second, you got to literally feel like you're going to swing as the ball is basically coming out of his hand. And if it's anywhere good, you just keep going. And if it's not, and it's a curveball, you probably look like an idiot. But he threw me fastball first pitch. I had a double down the line. And that didn't feel that bad. And I faced Daniel Bard, and it felt like 10 times faster. And then Broxton was throwing 100. Oh, the catcher said easy out. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd be mad at that. Or when the catcher gets up, when you get up and everyone goes, oh, Phil, bring it in, bring it in. Yeah, that's a bad one. I mean, I never had them say that to me, but man, that would just crush me. I'd be at home doing 1,000 push-ups after that game if they said that. I wore Nike batting gloves my whole career pretty much, until Under Armour. Yeah, Red Sox aren't doing great. I'll make a comeback. Oh, guys, Hold on, everybody. We're almost at 400 likes. We're almost there. Can everyone give this video a like so we can get up to 400? I don't know if we've ever had 400 likes before, have we? That might be a world record for me. 403, unbelievable. Now I might not have to leave till we get 500. This is crazy, 400 likes. Day after leg day during the season, how do you deal with it? So typically, in season, you're not going to lift so many reps that you're going to be super sore. So we did what I like to do, especially when I was with the Orioles, we did heavy weight, but we did very low reps. So you weren't as sore the next day. 400, unbelievable. We're going to 500, everybody. We're going to 500. Okay, James Devlin. James Devlin. Didn't the Patriots weren't you our Patriots fullback for a long time, James? That would be cool. Matt, do you believe if you had the same skill set that you would make the MLB today if you were a kid now? Also, I need an auto card. Yeah, I mean, I think I would still get drafted really high because I was pretty big and fast and threw fast and swung fast and had a good eye. Would I have made the major leagues? I don't know. There's so many things that go into it. A lot of times people are like, oh, you weren't good enough to play long enough. Yeah, I mean, clearly, I was drafted 17th overall in the whole country, so clearly there was something about me that people thought I could make it. But there's a lot that goes into it that ultimately kind of determines it. Now, there are some people that just like freakishly good. I was not that freakishly good, but I think I'd have a chance, yes. I ate Italian food. It was not homemade. Oh, Nick from Tewksbury. What's up? Nick from Tewksbury that has their name as James Devlin on here. Wake Forest this year for baseball? They've done a great job. They're always looking good. They're looking better now than when I was there. Adrian Gonzalez did not teach me any Spanish, no. If I'm the Yankees GM, yeah, I'm getting starting pitching. That's what I need. I need starting pitching. And maybe not as much big swing and miss guys, although I do like power a lot. I did face the Red Sox, but never in the regular season, only in spring training. Actually, I made 3 outs in the first inning against the Red Sox. First hitter was Jacoby Ellsbury, hit me a ball. I threw him out. Next hitter was Dustin Pedroia, I think. Hit me a ball, I got him out. Next hitter was David Ortiz, I believe. Hit me a ball, I got him out. And I thought that was really cool. 3 big-time Red Sox guys, and that I played with Jacoby Ellsbury in the Cape Cod League, so I knew Jacoby, but I watched Pedroia and Ortiz. Padres' new rotation is nasty. Most I ever squatted, I'm not sure. I think 500 or so. Somewhere around there. A little bit more, I think. Have I ever seen a fight? I have seen fights, yep. My favorite player ever, Manny Ramirez. Thoughts on the Mets? Mets are good. Probably not going to win the World Series this year. I only played second base in the MLB, but I played in the minors. I played first, second, third, short, left. And I also was the backup catcher a few games. Manny is still playing. Most underrated MLB player I ever played with? That I don't know. Underrated is always a tough thing. Like, I don't ever know, like, underrated by, like, who is rating him. That's what I don't know. Manny Ramirez is my man crush, you're right. But there's a lot of guys in the major leagues that are really good that people don't even know who they are. A lot of people throw around so much like, oh, this guy's a bum, this guy's a stiff, this guy stinks, and they're like awesome. They just didn't end up having like a huge, they weren't like Manny Ramirez, but they were really good players. I'm not sure why gloves are so expensive. I've never pitched in professional baseball now. I never pitched as a position player now. Next player to hit a 500-foot homer, Juan Soto. Should you roid up? No. My favorite baseball moment would have to be when I made my debut. How to get D1 offers, you got to be really good, and then you got to figure out a way to get in front of coaches, whether that's at a tournament, a showcase, their camp. Send them a video first, too. I don't play men's softball now. Blaze Jordan, well, he's no longer in high school. Best position? I mean, I love shortstop, but shortstop, center field, catcher, they're all really cool positions. My favorite MLB coach right now? Oh, man, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know if I have a favorite. The hardest coach to ever play for? I never really played for a coach I was like, man, this guy's hard to play for. Rapid fire. Slugfest. Fastball. Grand Slam, although triple play is pretty cool. But I like homers. No, I'm not going to play any softball. I don't cheer for an MLB team, nope. My specialty meal, I don't cook a lot. I'm very simple. Like, I'll just eat like a nice steak, or you probably just a nice steak. Austin Hendrick or Blaze Jordan? I mean, Blaze Jordan has like some special tools, but I saw Blaze Jordan play in person, a perfect game. He's got crazy bat speed, but I'd have to see them play more. What's the diet like? There is no diet. You eat whatever you want. I mean, I had McDonald's in the big league sometimes. How do players do laundry on the road? I never did laundry on the road. I just bring enough clothes that I don't have to wash anything. I'll do it when I get back. I mean, the longest road trip you're going to go on usually is like a 12-game road trip. And so, hi, Seth. I would just bring like a huge suitcase with tons of clothes. Andy Lee, Lucky Charms. A lot of Lucky Charms, Andy. Laura actually, now that you said that, Laura actually just got me some Cinnamon Toast Crunch yesterday, and I think I'm going to have some of that after this. Best way to improve your 60-yard dash is probably, getting stronger, more explosive really helps. I always felt like I got faster the stronger I got. Running form is a little bit of it. And run. Just go run a lot. If you practice sprinting and practice running a 60-yard dash, you'll get faster at it. But getting stronger definitely helps. How many home runs did I hit? I hit 1 home run in the major leagues and 42 in the minors, I think someone just told me. Yeah, I collected baseball cards as a kid. Tons of kids. I was a huge collector as a kid. Do I play T-ball? Not currently. I'm a little old. But I did play T-ball. My son plays T-ball now. But I played T-ball when I was younger. I played like 2 years, I think. Maybe 3 years. I don't know. I'd have to ask my dad. I like stationary bike. I'm not an elliptical fan. Spencer, thank you so much for buying my hitting course. I appreciate that. And I do still sign autographs. If you send it to our facility where we train at, it's called the New England Premier Sportsplex in Danvers, Massachusetts, or you can go to AntonelliBaseball.com and you can just hit work with us, and it'll have the address right there. All right, everyone, we're going to make our last final push to try to get the 500 likes. We're at 436. Are there 62 people in here that have not liked this video yet? 52 people now. 48 people now. We're getting there, slowly but surely. We're inching our way to 500. I can't leave until we get 500. So, basketball, I have seen basketball, yeah. Oh my God, 35 more. And we're going to get the 500. As a baseball player, I like to train. My reps usually would be like, I don't know. I felt like for most of the things I did, 8 reps. But if I was in season, I go lower so I wouldn't get as sore. I'm a basketball fan, yes. Honey Nut Cheerios, yeah, we have those too. My kids eat those that's their favorite thing. Every day my daughter comes down and goes, "Can I have some breakfast?" I said, "What do you want?" Just Cheerios. But it's Honey Nut Cheerios. Oh man, we only need 24 more likes. I never really had a starstruck moment in the major league except for a little bit with Manny Ramirez and Nomar Garciaparra. I'll tell you a Nomar Garciaparra story real quick. Nomar was with the Dodgers when I was with the Padres. Oh man, we only need 13 more. He had a pop up to me at second. Nomar had a pop up. I'm kind of going back for it, and I catch it. And right when I catch it, I said, "Holy shit!" I was like, "I just caught a ball by Nomar. That's my favorite player of all time, other than Manny Ramirez, who's on this. Manny was on the same field that same day. How about that? My first ever game, pretty cool. I faced Nomar and Manny Ramirez, but I'm running off, and when you run off the field, I don't know if you know this, but at every level of play, but especially in the major leagues, as you run off, you're supposed to throw the ball in the stands. Like nobody ever keeps the ball. You come off, and all the kids are like, "Hey, get on my ball," or all the adults do it too, and then you throw the ball. So I'm running off, and like all the people at Dodger Stadium are like yelling for the ball, and I'm running. I'm like, I just caught this ball hit by Nomar. Like, I need to keep this and like put it in my office, or at that time I didn't have an office, just like put it in my bedroom or sleep with it at night or something. And then like I'm running, I'm like, I'm gonna keep it. And people keep yelling. I'm like, "No, Matt, like just throw the ball to the people. Stop acting like a super fan over here. Like you'll get another ball by Nomar or something." And then I go to throw it, and then like the other little guy on my shoulder is like, "Keep the ball, Matt. Nomar, your favorite player ever." I go back and forth, and finally I throw the ball in the stands, and I go, "Idiot! Why did I throw that ball in the stands? I should have kept it." And I didn't. I threw it away, and I never got one back hit by Nomar. So it stinks. I could have shown you guys right now. I'm like, this was the ball Nomar hit me. The half bat. I like the half bat a lot. I got a couple of them. I don't know my highest exit velo because we didn't do that when I played. I played so long ago. There was no such thing as exit velo back then. And you may think I'm kidding, but we never ever took exit velo. Where will DJ end up? Back in New York. Were you very confident before you ever got a scholarship? Yeah, I was pretty confident. Pretty confident like my ability to hit. I always felt like I was going to get hit. I mean, not when I was older, but when I was younger, like 13, like any age, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, I feel like every time I went to the plate, I thought I was going to get a hit. But you get a lot of hits when you're younger, Like in Little League, you hit 800, so. But I remember facing like Jeff Allison, who was a first-round pick from my town, Peabody. Hey, 500 likes, guys. Thank you so much. We got 500. So, like Jeff Allison threw like super hard as a kid. Clearly, got drafted in the first round. He threw like 95 plus in high school. But when we were younger, he was like the best pitcher. He threw super hard. And everyone would be like, kids would be like, in the on-deck circle, they'd see like they have to face him, and they'd be like, I pulled my hamstring, coach. Like I can't hit, because no one wanted to hit against him. But like even against him, whenever I got up, I always thought like I'm going to get hit off this guy. Now I don't want to act like other parts of my career when I got older. There was plenty of times I walked up and I'm like, God, I got no chance. Like I can't get a hit right now. But when I was young, I always thought I was going to get a hit. Tips for Canadian kids, same tips as I give anyone else, like make a video so schools and schools can see you play, because you're from Canada. Not that if you want to play in the States and you're from Canada, it's a little bit far away. You got to get on people's radars, and then you got to get here and you got to go to some camps or showcase or tournaments and stuff and get in front of them. Do I think if I hadn't got injured, I'd have a solid big league career? I have no idea. I mean, getting injured took away a lot of my career, almost half my games, which means I can't practice. And there were some things in my swing I had to work out. I had a tough time being consistent. Some of that was due to injuries. Some of that was just due to just being inconsistent. I do follow the Celtics. I love the Celtics. I love the Patriots are my number 1 team. Celtics are my number 2 team. How far could I hit now? I'm not sure. I'm going to do a road to 400. If you guys don't know what the road to 400 is, I did a thing last year before COVID hit where I was going to try to hit the ball 400 feet, and I would start to train for it. But then COVID hit, and I couldn't train for it anymore. But one day I will. One day I'll get back at it. Is that Jason Tate? Is that Jason Tatum in your little picture there? I can't really tell. Oh, I don't like Tom Brady. I love Tom Brady. Am I back at it when MLB The Show? I'll be back at it. Yeah. I know we hit 500, everyone. Thank you. Jason Tatum is nasty. Jaylen Brown's been nasty, too. I haven't watched the last few games. I got to record it. But Jaylen Brown, so athletic, and he's like just draining shots this year. Peyton Pritchard, he is nasty. Baseball Factory, I know what they are. I don't know enough about them, but I love Peyton Pritchard. That guy's just got a great feel for a rookie. Like, you can just tell the way. First of all, he's got amazing ball handling skills. Super good vision. He's got a very good shot. You think Jason Tatum is overrated? He's like 22 years old, and he's like one of the best scorers in the league. Well, how much are you rated? See, this is the question. He's overrated. So what does that mean? If you're rating him better than who? Perfect Game over Baseball Factory? I think they do some different things, but I think Perfect Game is really good. Yeah, see, there's Juan Cero. Peyton Pritchard is GOAT. I love Peyton Pritchard. So Juan and I were talking today. This is a great example, Juan. We were talking today about how you've got to show, like, we were talking about N'Keal Harry. You watch N'Keal Harry, and he just doesn't show you anything that you're like, that guy's going to be able to play. There's other young guys, you watch them, they might not dominate or anything, but they do something that you're like, okay, that guy can play. I watched Peyton Pritchard play for like 10 minutes in the first preseason game, and I was like, this dude can play. The first time out there, he kept hitting a bunch of shots, but even without hitting all the shots, you see his shot, you see his feel for the game, you see how he passes, you see how he dribbles, you see how he's like super just tenacious, he's tough. Like, he shows you something right away that you're like, that dude can freaking play. Yeah, exactly, Juan. Can I dunk? Well, I don't know. I haven't tried to dunk. I used to be able to dunk. I don't know if I could dunk anymore. I'd probably hurt myself, tear my Achilles. It would be nice for the Patriots to draft someone on offense that the other team does have to actually game plan for. I would like that. There needs to be a threat on the field somewhere. There's really no threats on the field this year. The biggest threat on the field this year was probably Damian Harris. The problem when your running back is the biggest threat is that, and you can't pass, the defense can just put 8 guys in the box, and it's really hard to consistently just continue to run the ball over and over again. If an NFL team says we're going to try to shut your run game down because you can't throw, it's hard to score points. It's not like high school. I would love to suit up for the Patriots. Now, that's what I wish. I'll tell you this right now. When I when I got released from baseball, I should have tried to go play football. That's what I should have done. I have been to Colorado. I hit my only major league home run in Colorado. So your top 5 is LeBron, AD, Antetokounmpo, Luka, and Trey. Yeah, those are 5 really good players. But that doesn't mean that Tatum is overrated just because he's not a top 5 player in the league. I don't even know if you're the same person that was saying that, but I agree with you, Lime. Wilmer Flores, I picked him up on MLB The Show once. You don't like Tom Brady anymore? I'll tell you what, I love Tom Brady. He started to aggravate me last year with kind of like his body language all the time, moping around and screaming and yelling at everybody. And then there came a point where it just kind of like he was moping around, but he wasn't screaming at everyone. He just looked like he just kind of gave up. And he was like, these guys stink. Like it's not even worth yelling at them anymore. They all stink. His body language has been weird this year at times, too. I like when Brady, I like the fiery Tom Brady, though. Not so much the one that, like, sometimes I do think he screams and yells at everyone too much. Like, especially on the field. Like, when a guy doesn't run a right route and he's out there screaming at him, pointing all over the place like a madman. Like, I don't know. All right, everyone. I should probably go, I've been on here for an hour and a half. Laura's out there, probably. I'm saying, I should go out there and see her. She's probably out there, thankfully he's in there. She gets to watch her Grey's Anatomy. Is Mahomes better than who? Than Brady? I mean, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, but, Brady did it for 20 years. But, yeah, Mahomes is nasty. Thanks, everyone. Thoughts on weighted balls for pitching? Everything I've seen that shows that they can improve velocity. Some people, there have been some injuries with them, but I'm not a pitching expert. You can ask Juan that. Oh boy, these questions are going super fast. I can't see. Driveline? Yeah, I have some Driveline stuff. They seem to do a really good job. Pat is the best quarterback in the league currently. Duh. Jimmy G. I like Jimmy G. Jimmy G just can't figure out a way to stay on the field right now. Pat McAfee makes me laugh. I don't watch a lot of them, though. Playing for the Olympic team? I never got asked. Seth, Anthony Goose. I have heard of him, but I don't. Who the hell is he? It reminds me of Sandlot. Yeah, the Sultan of Swat. Prime Cam Newton is better than prime Tom Brady. Stocky, now you've done lost your mind right now. Hey, prime Cam Newton was, he was tough to stop. But there's not many people I'm taking over prime Tom Brady. Thanks, Bronson. Oh, I have a super chat, everyone. Hold on, everybody. I got a super chat that just popped up. Hey, BITG Breaks, what's going on? Happy New Year, man. Hope everything is going good. You too. Hope your breaks are going well. Every now and then I see you doing them. I'm going to pop in there. What was for dinner? I missed it. Dinner tonight was rigatoni, meat the balls, and garlic bread. The best receiving low pitch drill for catchers? Well, there's a lot of them. I don't know the best one, but I mean, you can just put a machine on and just pound balls down the bottom of the zone. I like the one that you'll see some guys do where you short hop it. You work on kind of working underneath the ball, bring the ball up. Could I hit the rim now jumping? Yeah, I could definitely hit the rim. Peak 2007 Antonelli is better than Babe Ruth. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you're still waiting for me to ask my wife? Hey, Laura. She's not going to answer me. She's like, forget about this guy. Someone on YouTube is asking to marry me, but they need your permission. No, they can't? Oh, sorry. She said I'm taken. Oh, by pure athleticism, yeah, I would hope so. You seen Tom Brady's combine video? Looks like a wounded giraffe running. How much is my house worth? It's worth a lot to me. I like my house. MLB players play a lot of poker card trivia. Yeah, most players play cards on the plane. I was never cool enough to go sit at like I wasn't gonna go up and sit at with the big time guys playing cards on the plane, but wow, lots of questions, guys. Hey, Robert. I played all through my life, peaked at D2 ball, love hearing your down-to-earth commentary on baseball and life and pros. Can't stick around, but I just want to say hi. Hey, thanks, Robert. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I'm getting it's tough getting old. I'm getting cramp in my neck. Oh, he's an MLB pitcher for the Indians, my pitching coach. Oh, very cool. How's the team males in the MLB? Team males are very good. Someone asked us earlier. I made a video on it. If you type in food, MLB food, Matt Antonelli MLB food or something, I got a lot of videos on that. Trevor Bauer stories? No, I only played with Trevor Bauer for a little bit. We were in AAA together with the Indians and in spring training together. Nothing really crazy. I was released pretty quick with the Indians. I just remember Trevor carrying around this big, huge thing with him that had his little shaky arm thingy. That thing, he always carried that around with him. And my biggest memory is I was on the bench because they never played me, and he was sitting at the top of the bench in the dugout, and I just went up to him and was talking about drive line and weighted balls and that stuff because I knew he did all that stuff. Body blade, that's what it was. And I was curious of all that stuff, and I was just like, hey, how about them heavy balls you throw around, huh, buddy? What do you got on those? And I don't know, I just started talking to him about it, weighted balls. Peyton, stop spamming. Trout is already a goat. Did I hear about the Rays pitcher who got traded? Blake Snell, that pitcher? Dave Portnoy? Yeah, he seems funny. Collab with Bauer? Maybe. I don't know. Ask him if he's interested. Hey, Matt, how much was your signing bonus? What's the first thing you bought? My signing bonus was a little over $1.5 million, and the first thing I bought was a car. It was the worst investment. It's not an investment. It was the worst thing I ever got in my life. It was a bad idea. I'm scared about the Padres this year. I haven't thought it. Padres are going to be good this year. Walker Buehler. I'm not a Padres fan anymore, though, but I do like watching them play. I don't know why Jose did it. I'm not sure. Thanks, Shannon. Best workout program for bare league softball players. 12-ounce curls, or however many ounce curls, I guess you want it to be. Best workout program. If you want to hit some homers, eat a lot of food, do some heavy deadlifts, maybe some bench press and some rows. Just get huge. I was the number 17 pick. What year was your prime year? Like the best year of my life? 2007. Toughest division? Toughest division in baseball. I mean, in the NL East, you've got the Braves. Well, I don't know actually. 2007 was my best year just because I hit really well. NL West. NL West is really good now. The Padres are really good. The Dodgers are really good. Diamondbacks are solid. Giants are, well, I mean, Giants were all right this year. Rockies, I've never really been starstruck. No, I wouldn't say so. Mets? Yeah, the Mets, I mean, I think the Mets have some talent. But I still think they're a little ways off. The Phillies need bullpen help. Their bullpen was atrocious last year. The Braves, I think the Braves could win the World Series this year. I think they're loaded. The Braves are really good. I mean, I think that the top 3 teams in the league could all be from the NL. I think you've got the Dodgers, you might have the Padres, you've got the Braves. My batting average in 2007, I think like 307, and I had the worst September of all. I mean, my last month, oh no, that would have been August. My last month, I hit like 200, but I still hit 307. I don't think the Yankees will fall back to a near 500 team, but I don't think that they're the way they comprise today on January, what's today, 6th, I don't think that they are a World Series contender, but there's still a lot of time, so. Who would you want to go up at bat with? DeGrom or Tom Seaver? I mean, I wouldn't want to go up against either of them, but it'd be cool to hit Tom Seaver, but I'd like to hit DeGrom also. Hey, what's up, Jack Dawson? What's going on? You still haven't finished dinner? I finished dinner a long time ago. No, I think it'll be more than a 60-gamer this year. I don't know if it will get a full season, but it ain't going to be a 60-gamer. Pittsburgh Pirates, rebuild mode. Everyone keeps saying people are spamming. I don't see anything. Hey, thanks, Jameson. I appreciate that. If I'm good and my team sucks, do I stay there? What are you talking about? What level of play? I mean, if it's your high school team, I know sometimes it's hard to switch high schools. If it's like a travel ball team, I'd probably switch if my team was horrendous. All right, everybody. How long have I been doing this? This stream for an hour and 3 minutes. It's been a long time. I should probably go to bed. All right, let's answer. Michael, you think I'm your dad? I don't know about that. Why don't I want to be an MLB coach? No, I didn't say I never wanted to be. I just think what I'm doing right now, I really enjoy it. So I've had opportunities to go coach at the professional level, and I just haven't done it yet. Why'd I leave MLB? I got kicked out. They said, you stink. Beat it. I said, okay. But first I said, are you sure? Anyone else want me? Anyone else? Any takers? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? And there were no takers. Are the Steelers overrated? I do this every time. I always say I have a hard, because I don't know how people rate the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers are, what are the Steelers? What they finish at? 12-4? Did they finish at 12-4? I don't know. I didn't pay attention once the Patriots were out. The Steelers have struggled down the stretch, that's for sure. Now, I haven't watched them play because I don't really care about the Steelers, but I know their defense was fantastic for most of the year, especially the beginning of the year, and they rushed the quarterback, and they got pretty good speed, and so I don't know what happened during they went 13-3. I don't know what happened down the stretch there, but what am I doing right now? I'm talking on my phone. Hey, Peyton Beck, thank you so much for the super chat. I've never played before. I want to play next year. Go for it. The worst thing that can happen is that you go out there and you stink. Who cares? Right? You have nothing to lose. If you stink, people will say, well, he just started playing. That's why he stinks. If you're awesome, then that'd be awesome. If you're just okay and you just have fun, cool. Who knows? Maybe you stink and you still have lots of fun. Then that's awesome. So who really cares? I say if you want to play, just play. What's the worst thing you can happen? You get out. I've been out like 4,000 times in my life. Probably more than that. No, what are you working? Like, what is your job, dummy? Oh, well, thank you. That was very nice of you. This is my job. You're watching it right now. I'm just kidding. I coach baseball. Who gave me the idea to start a YouTube channel? Gary Vaynerchuk, actually. I read Gary Vaynerchuk's book randomly. I was in the library. Library? What am I talking about? I'm in the bookstore. No one goes to a library. And I saw this book, Crush It. I started reading it. And I was playing baseball at the time. And Gary said, they said basically like, you want to, if you want to show that you're an expert in your field, you should like make videos about stuff that you know. And I was like, I know baseball. I was like, I'll make a baseball YouTube channel. This will be fun. I'll get 4 people to watch it. And so I did it. And I had like 4 people watch it. And then now lots of people watch it. Can I join your team? I don't know. You called me a dummy. I don't know if I want you on my team. My mindset going into the box is usually get a fastball to hit, drive it middle of the field, line drive middle of the field. That's usually what I thought. I don't like the Browns particularly. I say congratulations on a great year, but I don't like them any more than I like anyone else. I like the Patriots first, and then I don't like anyone else. But I am cheering for the Bucs this year because of Brady and Gronk. Is get on top of the ball fake news? Depends what your swing looks like. If your swing does this, then yeah, you've got to get more on top of the ball. This is not on top of the ball though. You're 11 and throw 95. Congratulations, you're going to big leagues. Lars never been in a video ever, and I have like 3,000 videos. Hey, thanks, Big Island Bum. I appreciate that. Go Padres. What did you do and you do every day to get to the majors? I just practiced a lot. Played a lot of baseball, practiced. That's it. If you do something for a long time and you work hard at it, you'll get pretty good. Doesn't mean you'll get to the highest level, but you get pretty good. I love Gronk. Is inside out dead? Like as far as like an inside out swing? I think every good swing needs to be from the inside, so I don't think it's dead. If you think inside out swing, if you're thinking like that and pushing the ball second, like yeah, it's not going to fly. Titans? I like the Titans. I believe there have been a few people that have gone right to the majors. I don't know off the top of my head who they are, but you can type it into Google and find out. Hell, I like the Titans. Titans, I mean, they got a good formula to win. They're going to pound the ever-living hell out of the ball at you. And they can play action pass a little bit with Tannehill, and they've got some, they got solid tight end, and they got some wide receivers, and they play tough defense. And Mike Vrabel's a tough dude. I think he's a good coach, and I think he gets his team to play really hard and really tough. I like the Titans. Kenji, I think that's how you say it. Our teams are full right now, so unfortunately you can't play right now. All right, everyone. Last actually, one thing. Let's see if we can get to 600 right now. Do we have 69 people in here that have not liked the video yet? How many likes can we get? Everybody hit the like button. Let's see if we can get to 600. We've never, ever, ever gotten to 600. I was saying to trade Stephon Gilmore at the trade deadline if we could get something big for him. But clearly we couldn't. I think Core is a good manager, yeah. Come on. Oh, we're almost there, guys. 38 more thumbs ups, 38 more likes. Red Sox are my favorite. Do I have a busy day tomorrow? I have a busy day every day. Tons of busy days. I cannot believe I've been on here for almost 2 hours. That is outrageous. A baseball weekly review. Well, I put up a lot of videos on what's going on in Major League Baseball. I don't know if it's a weekly review, but what have I done with your $1 a month for the last 2 years? Probably gotten something off the dollar menu at McDonald's. I appreciate that. Those chicken nuggets were good. Switch hitting. Switch hitting is good if you can do it. It's hard, though. What do you do for Christmas? This. Just sat here. All right, everyone. We need 29 more. 29 more likes. 28 more likes. What did I do wrong? I stunk. That's what I did wrong. Oh, I love the Padres acquiring Snell and Darvish. They're going for it. Why is Angel Hernandez still umping? Oh boy, that's my son. I'm tired. I think once you become a major league umpire, it's tough to get rid of you. What do I think about junior college? I think everyone has a fit at a certain level and a certain place, and I think JUCO is a really good fit for a lot of people. What do I think of Juju Smith-Schuster? I like him. I think he's tough. He was nasty earlier. I mean, I haven't followed him this year, so I don't know how great he's done, but this year was weird. This is my first year not doing fantasy football because of COVID and all that stuff, so I wasn't super in tune with players. I was super in tune with how all the teams were doing, and I was super in tune with all the Patriots, but thanks, Stocky. Padres could go all the way. Guys, we need 20 more likes. Can we get 20 more likes for this video? Get to 600. First time ever a live video would get 600 likes. My day wasn't too stressful. Best way to get in contact with colleges and high school. Email would probably be the best way. Oh man, we need 13 more likes. Can we get 13 more likes? Thought on the 49ers? Well, hell, if the 49ers are your team, you guys beat the hell out of the Patriots this year. And I was like, dude, these guys are playing at double the speed of us. They're playing tougher, faster. It was brutal. It was a disaster. Just pounded it down our throats. So I like the 49ers. I like the way they play. Garoppolo getting hurt. And they had so many injuries this year. That was their big problem. But I think they've done a great job of putting together a really talented roster that all seem to just be I don't know, kind of like what Bill Belichick likes. Smart, tough football players. We need 11 more likes. Did I ever just want to quit baseball? Yeah, a couple times. You go through some big time struggles. You're like, forget this. Game drives me nuts, but you can always come back to play. At least I always did. No, your hairline's going away, Dino. Mine looks great. Go Bills. Yeah, I like the Bills. Casey Mize, yeah, he's going to be good. 8 more likes, everyone. Is Juan Soto the next Mickey Mantle? I mean, Juan Soto, probably the best pure hitter in the big leagues. I don't. I mean, Mickey Mantle is probably a little bit different player than Juan Soto, but like the Mick could fly. But Soto can definitely hit. Baez's swing is violent. Probably needs to just be able to make a little bit better, more consistent contact. But 7 more likes, 8 more likes. Oh yeah, I have a Belichick short sleeve sweatshirt. I'm assuming someone making fun of my hairline probably just feels bad about their own hairline. Yeah, Packers are solid. How do I handle annoying parents as a coach? I try to ignore them. Sometimes it's hard though. Canes baseball? Yes, I've heard of them. Can you make the majors just hitting singles? Probably not just hitting singles, but you're going to have to be able to hit a little bit more than just singles. It doesn't mean you have to hit a ton of home runs. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. That's my name. Do you know what Canes baseball is? They're the biggest travel baseball team that produces MLB players. They do. Well, they get a lot of great players to come play for them, yes. What year draft were you picked on? I was drafted in 2000, the 2003 draft and the 2006 draft. Change anything other than my game other than hitting? I just want to be a better fielder. More consistent fielder. I do not know him with the Rays, no. All right, everyone. We need 3 more likes. Can we get 3 more likes real quick to get to 600? That would be excellent if we could do that. If you haven't liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. 601, there it is. We made it. At least you have hair. It's pretty cool your coach got to coach Manny Ramirez. Manny Ramirez is awesome. Almost went to Vandy. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is Antonelli baseball canceled this year? Nope. We are not canceled. We're not canceled. I never really saw guys that drank alcohol constantly, no. But, I mean, they might have just when I wasn't around. See a Big Island bum? All right, everybody. So I've been on for 2 hours. I can't believe I've been on for 2 hours tonight. I told Laura, I said, I'm going to come on for 30 minutes and talk to everyone and eat some dinner. But it's been on for 2 hours. But, sorry. I just heard Laura laughing. I don't know if she's laughing at me. What? Did I play against Posey? Yeah, I played against Buster Posey. Everywhere. I played against him in college. I played against him professionally. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching again. Thank you so much for the likes. 608 likes. That's a record. I appreciate it. Tatis over Hosmer. But I'm going to go clean up my dish here, put it away, and I'm going to have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I did play against Trout. I feel like I did play against Trout, but very little because he's a lot younger than me. Not a lot younger, but younger. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you guys all, guys and gals, later. We'll do this again probably next week. Have a good night.